Well, finally a coaching change, and it's Matt Patricia.
You better do it. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
I guess Nick Sirianni actually made changes. I guess he did. I guess enough was enough. I mean, we still have questions about the offense regardless, play calling wise. But defensively, Matt Patricia has been elevated to defensive coordinator. Sean Desai will be in the press box, probably doing some different things. So theoretically, Sean Desai pretty much got downgraded to really an assistant that's probably not going to be here after this year, most likely. I doubt it. Unless he's a better assistant, I don't know. A lot of people forgot Matt Patricia was, I wasn't even there really thinking that this was going to happen regardless. We were told after the Cowboys game that there was going to be no coaching changes, and I don't know why, we had to be lied to. But obviously this was in the works for a while. Okay. But I'm glad that something is happening. And I know that there's going to be fans out there that are going to say, watch this defense be even worse than what it is. I mean, I don't think it can get worse. I really don't. And I'm not expecting too much of, you know what I mean? Like this, how much is Matt Patricia changing with this defense? I mean, the interesting thing is I was never a fan of Matt Patricia coming to the Eagles because I don't give a crap what Slay wants, because that was an issue on its own. Patricia was a defensive coordinator for the Patriots for a long time. Okay? Tried to be a head coach for Detroit. Didn't work out. And might just be going back to his roots of just being a defensive coordinator. He might have his mojo back as a defensive coordinator. You have a veteran type guy that, God knows who knows what's going to happen here. He could work out. Maybe he won't. I don't know. But at least something is getting done. Something is. I'm not saying it's going to work, like I said, but, they're giving it a shot. And, what really bothered me the most was Kevin Byard, literally had to go up to Sean Desai and say, hey, like, we need to help you with this. Like, the players needed to help Desai with his coaching. And I understand that players can help their coaches with, game plan on, for Seattle or whatever other game during the season. But when it's like consistently every single game where Eagles players have to take over the whole game plan as of recent because your defensive coordinator is running out of ideas, then that's like a big problem for me. Maybe it's not for some people, but for me it is. These players should only worry about, where they're lined up, and that's it. But this is just something. Look, the Eagles have injuries on. Eagles are missing Zach Cunningham. In this game defensively, Slay is not going to be playing in this game. Keely Ringo will probably get a lot of the reps on the outside, which I'm actually really happy about because I want to see. Ringo just got thrown to the fire last week, and I want to see more. To be honest, it doesn't hurt to see more because I always want to see more depth from these corners. We've seen a lot of Eli Ricks. We've seen a lot of Josh Jobe. I want to see more of Keely Ringo for the future, definitely. So how aggressive is Matt Patricia going to be? I don't know. I can't see this thing changing around in 1 week. It's not fair to give a coach that much time. But at least something. The Eagles had to do something. And to be honest with you, I can agree with this, that Matt Patricia, this was a good move. But like I said, does not promise anything. Matt Patricia could coach this week and it could be absolutely horrible. Okay? But I think as the best option that you have right now, it is Matt Patricia. 100%, no doubt. Um, you know, not a big fan. And look, if he's likable and he becomes more aggressive and I don't know, knows how to use certain positions that are weak and you have to compensate how do you compensate for your linebacker position that can't do much? You have to get pressure. I mean, you have to do other things, and that's what we haven't done all year. We were promised an entirely different defense this year, and from the words of Sean Desai, it just hasn't worked out that way. So that's, this is a move I did not, nothing was even expected here. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this going forward. The second thing is really important. Jalen Hurts apparently is going to be traveling to Seattle, but traveling separately to Seattle because he is more sick than we can imagine. I don't think they're resting Jalen Hurts. Some people were saying this was bullshit. I think he has been sick, under the weather, probably got worse. And it really sounds like he's not playing. Just me. He's been downgraded to questionable, and Marcus Mariota could start for the Eagles on Sunday. I'm not a big fan of it, obviously. Gives Hurts more rest with his body, at least. Being sick is not great, but at least gives him more rest. If the Eagles pull out a win with Marcus Mariota with better play calling, that's great. But, we weren't really a big fan of Marcus Mariota this past offseason because it was god-awful. He came in for the Cowboys, I think, for a few plays after when Jalen Hurts thought he had the concussion. He threw a couple of good passes, but like I said, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. I feel like he will not be playing. And if he's not, then we have to just pray because I know this is Seattle, but this is a very physical Seattle defense in Seattle. And Mariota will have a big task ahead. So this is all in the air. This is all in the air right now. People get sick. This isn't fake. I mean, I think he is actual sick. I'd be shocked if he's not, but they're not going to bench him for a game privately. Like they're just saying he's sick or something like that. I mean, I don't like it. I hate it. I want our starting quarterback to play, but if we could pull out a win without Jalen Hurts would be great. But the play calling, you made a move on defense for a new defensive coordinator already. You promoted somebody else and put Sean Desai to the side. What are you doing offensively? What's going to be different this week? Obviously, if you made a change to the defense, I would expect you made a change to the offense, right? I mean, I would suspect that. I would expect that. But we're going to find out because I'll be very crucial of what they do here this week, these coming weeks. This is a do or die game. And unfortunately, there's way too many changes this week. And if Hurts is not playing, do I give this game a pass if they get destroyed? No. If they lose by a couple points, I can understand. Maybe. But yeah, there's a lot more to it than that. So Hurts not feeling well is not helping. And lastly, Avonte Maddox was on his Instagram a couple days ago. Put out a thing that said loading on it. I don't know if you could see it. Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention, but it said loading on his picture. So the 21 practice day window has been activated for Avonte Maddox the other day. I'm really shocked that it's even happening at this point. Like, I thought he was going to make it till playoffs, but this early, if they can start playing him the week after this week, if they can start playing him versus the Giants on Christmas and then get him back up to speed for 2 more weeks against Arizona and the Giants, the last 2 games, that would be fantastic. That would be perfect timing for Max to come back and him come back to the nickel spot. And trust me, he's 100% missed. I almost forget what it's like to have Avonte Maddox in this defense. He's been hurt so many times. 4 injuries in 2 years. has been absolutely insane. So that's pretty much how it's been so far. And yeah, I mean, look, he'll get his opportunity, and we'll have, I don't know what the future is for Avonte Maddox. I mean, he's a $10 million cap hit with one more year left on his deal next year. I don't see them keeping him. I don't see it unless they extend him. But with these injuries and how much of a big liability he has, and not only that, but Zach McPherson came and stay healthy. It's tough for me to say that they'll keep Avonte Maddox, on a lesser contract last year, or, they'll have to extend him or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Next year's next year, but Max coming back would be huge for the secondary. And we got to stay healthy. Theoretically, got to stay healthy the next few weeks because, playoffs and depending on what happens, if you're going to have a home game, you're going to have, you're going to be on the road. I don't know. We're going to find out, but a lot of changes to the Eagles. Matt Patricia, let me know what you guys think. Is this offense going to change? I mean, I suspect, I don't see Nick taking himself off, not, taking his play sheet off to BrianJohnson for some of his plays, but, we'll see. But all right, you guys have a great day. A lot of changes today. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes up, follows up. Peace out, guys. Peace.